Hey guys, welcome back. So in this lecture, we're going to see how to test put request in Cypress. So here is our, as it is, our API. This is our base URL. This is our resources. So API user /2 is the same user we're going to use. And this is our endpoint, same endpoint, but the request would be put, and that time we'll pass in a body along with our request and name. So in user 2 it was a different name, so this time we're going to update the name and job title. So it's the name, this is the value, and this is the job, this is the value. Okay, so put is nothing but the function of the put request. It will update your existing data in your database. So here is your, for the user number 2, or user ID 2, it has a different number, name and jobs. Now we're going to updating, and since we're updating a new name and job, as a response we're supposed to see the same name and the job title as a response, and also the status should be 200. Okay, so let's go. Here, just to make sure you copy this, this name and job title. Okay, let's go to our VS Code. So here I have a spec file. It's called put user cy. As it is here is our describe block and an it block. So title of the it block is should update user information. Okay, the first thing first, we have to send a request. As you know, cy request, right? Cy request. And what's the request? So request should have a few parameter we should pass. One is method, another one we should pass our URL, the endpoint, right? And so what would be the method should be put. This is the put, and then our URL should be slash, again it's the same API slash user /2, right? And then what else we should pass along with our request? With our header, with a key and value, if you remember that. Okay, the header and the body. Okay, so header, here we need to put comma. So header, as you know, this is the API key and this is the value. It's required for this API testing. And here is the body, and in the body along with, we have to pass name, the new name, like a shareful, I give a name, and the job should be automation developer. Okay, and pretty much that's our request, and from our request, and then then function, right? Then function is, you have to give a function name, right? Give a function name. It's the variable is response, right? The response, this is the response body. Response body, here it's missing the arrow. Okay, arrow, right? And here our assertion now. So what do you expect? Expect from the response, the status should be, what should be status? Let's go here. We're expecting the status should be 200, right? Response dot status dot to dot equal should be 200, right? So that's one. And also from the body, it should include the name and the job, exactly like this, right? So we can say something like this. We can put it here. Expect response body to include, in your response body should include the name, should be like this, then job should be automation developer, right? That's what we're expecting, right? And if you want, you can again test with the header, like the response header. The header comes with the response, which is a content type, include application. So that part also you can add. So it's totally up to you. or your developer is asks you to test how many session, but you can add response header. So in your header there's a content type which include to application.js, right? So this should be good. We added the key. Make sure you added the API key and value. Other than for this API, will throw you throw an error exception. And format your document. Looks good. Save it, and let's go to up here, test runner, and then here is a put request. Here we go. All of your requests is passed. You can see the test 200. This is in a object, all right? And then here is another one. It's a 𝒀𝒏 name. It's a 𝒀𝒏, and the property have another one, right? The job, and here is the job, the automation developer, and also here is your header, assertion. Okay, so it's very simple. This is the way you can do your put automation, right? The put test. So very quick note, you might have a question, how about the patch? So patch is another request similar to put, but it has a very small difference between put and patch request. Both of them update your existing data. Okay, so you can see there is a patch. So if you want, you can do a test with the patch. You will not see that much difference, but you have to know the difference exactly. What's the difference between put and patch? So let's go here. You can see so what's the put does? Put, it does a full update. So it replaces the entire resources. You must send the full object even only one field you changes. Example, if your kind resource right now, you have a name and job, right? And you want to just change the job. Okay, so job, instead of developer, you want to change the designer to job. If you use your put request, that time you have to pass your whole your object, your entire resource. Like you have to give a name along with your job, the new job. That's the put they're saying. As a result, the job will update and other field will be same. So you may ask, okay, I don't need to change the name, that why I have to still provide the name along with my request, with the put request. The reason why it's a put is saying that if you only send the field you need to change, the other resource will be removed, might be removed. It really depends on the developer, how they design, but there's a chance. Okay, that time you will see this, even though you just pass like job equals to designer, but maybe name Alice will be removed. There's a chance because the mechanism of the put, the job of the put request, it's update your full resources. It's your entire resource it update. So it will treat that, okay, in your resources, it will only exist the job. There will be no more name. So there is a chance to lose your data. And to save this kind of scenario, this kind of problem, patch come to the picture. So patch is saying that it will do only the partial update, modifies only specific field, sends only the fields you want to change. So example, if you use a patch request, that time you can only pass, okay, the job, the new job title, like designer, you can pass job designer. And if you, and that time, it will still keep your other, the parameter for your resources, like name Alice it will be intact, will be not changed to lose. There is no chance to lose. Okay, so here, as you can say, as a result, only the job is updated and name stays unchanged. So this is the difference between the the put and patch. So patch is much safer request approach. Okay, but most of the times you will see that people, they use put, but ultimately both of them does the similar type of jobs, update your existing result. But again, it's not guaranteed that if you use put, it will lose some data if you don't put inside your request. It really depends on how your developer, API developer, they do the design. But there is a chance. So that's why it is the only difference between put and patch is that the put can with your put request, you have to pass your whole resources along with the request. But it's a patch, you can only pass the part you want to change. Okay, that's it. Thank you.